I arrived in Washington, D.C., and I went to the Hilton where it was taking place, and they said that the president wouldn't be able to be there that evening because he had to leave to go to the funeral of the Pope, who had just recently passed away. And at that point, I, a Jew, felt that the Pope should be nominated for sainthood. Because he had performed a miracle. He'd made the president disappear. He died so that I could live. They then told me that since the president couldn't make it, that Vice President Cheney would be there instead. That is exactly the same sound that was inside my head. Only it was much louder, and in the background, 10,000 chimps were shitting. Now I've got Vice President Cheney. Holy fuck. I guess the Pope knew I was a Jew. You have to understand that I devoted 4 months of my life to this 20 minutes. I had to. Ask any comedian who's done the gig. You have to work and work. I had to spend day after day transforming whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing up here into a precise series of very refined knock-knock jokes. The room that I was performing in was the room that my senior prom was in. And so I opened with the following line. I said that I feel exactly the same way that I felt at the night of my prom. That I'm wearing a tuxedo, I feel awkward, and once again, I'm not gonna get lucky. If you were the adults, you would have said laid. Laid is the reason you laugh at Lucky. You don't go, Lucky, well, I guess he's playing Yahtzee. But you have to say lucky in front of them. You cannot say laid. They do not want to hear that word. That is another word that makes them cry. I spent 20 minutes up there, and it was the longest 20 minutes of my life. Because the entire time that I performed, my brain was going, say fuck, say fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Don't say fuck, he said fuck, you can say fuck too. But I made it. I didn't snap, I got through it, and when I was done, they gave me a standing ovation. And when I should have felt this immense sense of pride in performing something that I did not think could be done, at that point where I should have felt as proud as I've ever been as a comedian, I felt like a whore. Obviously, many of you have never felt that, and God bless you. But I did. I felt like a whore. I felt that really it would be more patriotic and I'd be better if I'd just been in like a little pink dress with a blonde fright wig and some rouge and glitter, because the guys like that, and been blowing sailors who were going to leave for Iraq for $5 a pop. And sure, they wouldn't have been happy, but neither would I, okay? My parents were there, and they're both in their late 80s, and they are so they're like, well, like salt and pepper shakers. And Paul Wolfowitz raced up to them afterwards, and you have to realize that Paul Wolfowitz is a neoconservative who's designed many of the programs that President Bush seemed to follow. And neoconservative, by the way, most people don't know what it means. I know. It's someone who watches The Matrix and believes it's real. So, my parents don't really like Paul Wolfowitz, and whenever he's on TV, they literally just go, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." And I have to throw down a Chewy toy and let them tussle for a while. Then rub both their bellies till they calm down. He races up after my performance and hugs the two of them. And they said it was the creepiest moment of our lives. We don't even like this guy. And now we gotta be nice to him. We can't say anything to him because he liked you so much. And I thought, wow, now I know why I'm a whore. My parents are whores too. And as we were leaving the room, my parents turned to me and went, "Don't you ever do anything like this bullshit again." But it's not good enough for our president that it's written in the Bible. He felt it was just an imperative that we have to put it in the Constitution, and so do many states. Because apparently we heterosexuals have reached a point we're so fucked up that we better write it down in case we forget who we're supposed to marry. It's unbelievable. It's in the book already. What, do you need to print it? Are you crazy? But in the midst of all of our problems, that was the most important thing to him. We have no energy policy, you know? None whatsoever. We still don't have a good one. It's ridiculous. And if you ask, we're not going to have solar energy in my lifetime. You know? Few people have it, but it should be something we all have. It's ridiculous. I'll take no flying cars, but solar energy? And if you ask your congressman why, he'll say, because it's hard. It's really hard. Makes me want to go poopy. You know why we don't have solar energy? Because the sun goes away each day and it doesn't tell us where it's going. We've got an educational system that's in the shitter. We got a war going on. There's one thing after another. And what did our president think was important? Queers. That's what's important. But somehow, if we could stop the gays from getting married, everything else would turn out just fine. Everything would change. There'd be solar energy. The Sunnis and the Shiites would lay down their arms. He stopped the queers. I love you too. I believe that the reason that it's difficult for the gay community to be integrated into the society at large the way they should be is because there are no champions for them in Congress or in the White House. And that is the way every group of people has basically been integrated into the society. That's the way it works. Instead, you have people like Rick Santorum, a senator from Pennsylvania, who says things that he should think and shut his fucking mouth. Things like, you can go ahead and think it, that's fine, but you don't say aloud that homosexuality is a threat to the American family, because that's prejudice. That's complete and utter prejudice and ignorance on a level that is staggering at this point in time. It's very similar to the prejudice that the Jews faced when it was thought that during the first night of Passover that we would go into the Christian community and kidnap the firstborn of Christian families and kill it. And that, for those of you who don't realize, is bullshit. We would kidnap the child and make them work for us, and that's a big difference. Homosexuality is a threat to the American family? Are you kidding me? Well, how? No one ever explains it. How? It's not like there's a Jehovah's Witnesses of gaydom. Hi, we're here and we're queer. We're here and we're queer. I brought swatches. I brought swatches. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are a group of gay banditos who get into a van every day and wander from village to dell. And as night begins to fall, they go back into a suburban neighborhood, to that cul-de-sac where only one house stands. And in the window, a young American family is just setting down for their first meal. And these queers, don their black cloaks and hoods and matching pumps, very tasteful. And they charcoal up their faces and sneak up to that house and open the door and start fucking each other in the ass. And another American family is destroyed. We're here at the Warner Theater because originally we were to perform at the Kennedy Center. Hoo-hoo. And the Kennedy Center thought that would be great, and then they saw the tape of my last HBO special. And they called up HBO and said, "Do you know how many times Mr. Black said fuck?" And they said no, and they went 42. That meant there was some asshole in an office somewhere in the bowels of the Kennedy Center watching my performance going, one fuck, two fucks. And they said that that kind of performance would not be a good representation of the center. And therefore, I could perform there. However, HBO could not say that I had performed there. I couldn't say it while I was on stage. They couldn't even show the front of the building. So I guess they wanted the show to be called Louis Black Live from fucking nowhere. "42 fucks is too many. I wonder what the line is." 40 would have been fine, and then, oh no, he's gone crazy. But then the folks here at the Warner Theater were kind enough to pick me up, and I appreciate it. They have an 80 fuck limit here. I thought it was odd that the center wouldn't let me say fuck there, considering it's named after a guy who fucked everybody.